is in a Republican-led healthcare crisis and food and nutrition crisis. People are suffering right now, including in our own community. So we are fighting for basic human rights, like access to healthcare and food, as well as for our constitutional rights, which are under threat every single day right now. Trump and congressional Republicans control a federal government trifecta. They are responsible for this federal government shutdown, and they are responsible for stopping SNAP benefits to vulnerable mothers, children, elderly, and disabled people for the first time in the history of the food stamp program, which was created in the 1960s. When the idiotically named partisan budget bill, the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, was signed into law by Trump on July 4 of this year, Republicans set in motion the devastation awaiting millions of people in our great nation. The budget bill cuts $1.1 trillion from Medicaid and marketplace health insurance, while at the same time creating massive permanent tax cuts to the wealthiest Americans and corporations, which are subsidized in large part by the cuts to healthcare and food programs that benefit millions of ordinary people and their families. That budget bill represents the largest reverse transfer of wealth in our nation's history. It tells you exactly who the Republican Party prioritizes in their policies, and it is not us. When people lose health insurance, they lose access to timely, affordable health care. People will live sicker and die younger from preventable conditions. That is no exaggeration. Millions of families will be facing private tragedies as a result of public policies. And now, Republicans have shut down the government to rip away healthcare tax credits from working people who get their health insurance through the ACA marketplace. The gutting of these healthcare tax credits will more than double health insurance premiums for over 20 million Americans. Let's be clear, this is a GOP healthcare crisis being forced on our nation. And the Republican talking points about this are lies and disinformation, and we have to become inoculated to that. They say that they have terminated the enhanced premium tax credits for marketplace plans because undocumented immigrants should not have their health care subsidized. This isn't about undocumented immigrants. Undocumented immigrants have never been eligible for those tax credits. Never. It is a lie. We have to guard against these lies and disinformation. And now we also have a food crisis because the administration decided to cut off SNAP benefits for millions in an effort to inflict maximum pain on low-income families. There was no reason other than sadism for stopping the SNAP benefits. In previous shutdowns, SNAP continued. Truly, if the dominant party were an individual, they would be a psychopath. These are psychopathic and sadistic policies. They truly, and I mean this, they truly do not care who is hurt or how badly they are hurt, even when it is their own constituents. But this federal government shutdown is only the latest act in a deliberate dismantling of the government. For months now, Trump and Republicans in Congress have been shutting down the government little by little, firing essential workers randomly, withholding funding for cancer research, decimating public health infrastructure in our nation, and finding ways to strip health care from millions. We have to demand a budget that returns health care and food to the people. It won't be easy, but enough is enough. We have seen how far they are willing to go, and they are willing to go further than where we are now. We have to stop this. We don't know how long this shutdown is going to last. What we do know is Republicans could end this Trump shutdown today by passing a deal that averts the massive spike in healthcare costs. They need to feel the heat from their constituents to actually sit down and negotiate with Democrats, and that's where we come in. We come in by demanding an end to these devastating cuts that are affecting millions of individuals and families in our nation. We come in by making our voices heard over and over again. We stand in solidarity with one another, and we must speak and shout in unison to demand that health care and nutrition benefits are restored. We have to stop this in its tracks. What we are doing here today, this is exactly what we need to be doing and what we need to keep doing, and we need to bring others into the movement and into the fight. This is how we start the change. This coming week is National Week of Action to Stop the Healthcare Heist. Please stay tuned to whatever groups you follow, CURE, Indivisible, Champaign County Healthcare Consumers, and take action when called upon to do so. We are going to work together this week so that our community can take action as part of the National Week of Action. It's all of us standing up together that will save the day and save our democracy. As individuals, our power is when we act collectively. Frederick Douglass said, "Power concedes nothing without a demand." We have to make our demands heard over and over and over again. In this shutdown fight, this grassroots mobilization for collective action is the ground where we will win. Thank y'all.